Hello, N95 gamers. I guess I'm feeling a little shy today. I'm kind of hiding behind this wall. I don't know. Maybe I just... Oh, that's a big forehead you got there. Anyways, welcome to yet another video. Today we're gonna be watching some more Call of the Abyss. We're gonna be scrambling around a little bit here. We haven't finished South Korea just yet. Haven't even started Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, or Southeast Asia yet. But I actually want to start taking a look at the China games. Because there's a lot to review from China. Oh my goodness, there's so many games to review from China. And we're going to be watching China live toward the later days. But we're kind of prioritizing Japan in the live stream. So we're going to be watching a little bit of China here to start off with. We're going to be watching 2 sets today, of course. And I believe it will be a little bit faster paced since we're watching it on that CCC channel that does kind of cut out a lot of the kind of filler at the start. So it'll probably move at a pretty fast pace. And then we'll just get right into the matches. So with that being said... let's just get right into it. Now, here we go. It's going to be the very first match between WBG and Xteam. This is the very first China match we saw. We saw the draws of these live, actually. Pretty standard spawns looking like... actually, Mechanic and Shack is quite interesting. Mechanic against the Cueist is a little bit dangerous, but it is going to be that round 1 Cueist, as we can see here. Going to be quite an interesting matchup here. Of course, we see Gotsuka on the Mechanic, so if anybody can make Mechanic work against Cueist, it's definitely going to be Persica. That is for sure. I know everybody is super excited to see WBG this year, as am I. We're going to be just actually right on top of... Mechanic right here from the start, and then we're just gonna actually jump out here from here. Interesting. But yeah, of course, this is gonna be a matchup between professionals against non-professionals. WBG, of course, being the professional team, and then Xteam, of course, is to my knowledge, from what I've heard, is a very, very strong yet non-professional team. Of course, personally, it's gonna be kind of utilizing this Shack window as much as possible here, over and over and over. And we might want to see the very first bot body block coming up here soon. Yep, there's the bot. Wow. Okay, a bit unexpected there. Quite interesting, getting that cheeky little hit right there, wow. Very impressive. We're going to start locking off the Puppeteer Cypher during chase. And then Persica's actually going to go for the drop bot strategy here instead. And it looks like Cueist will actually take some time to hit the bot here. And as you can see, this Cueist is actually bringing Trump Card, which I find to be quite interesting. Now, this is something that you can only really use versus a Mechanic, and we're going to see him lock down... okay, never mind here. I'm not really sure what that was supposed to be. We're going to try to just blink down Persica here is my assumption. Yep, there we go. Okay, that's going to be full presence right there. So, of course, by chasing Mechanic, you get full presence very, very fast as a Cueist, so that's why he's bringing the Trump Card. The only question I have is Trump Card Cueist actually worth it? I still believe Insolence Detention is still just better in general. But I guess we'll kind of find out here from to see if the strategy will actually work out here. We have one more thingy, which allows us to lock off of our Big Rock Cypher. Going to reduce the Officer Cypher here down to 64. And going to be forcing the Puppeteer off of the Cypher here as well, or at least as much as we can. I think kind of messed up with that contact point there. Let's see here. Just a good cheeky hit onto this Officer. Having 2 Pocket Watches still. 2 Cyphers done, 1 at 64, 1 at 25 is definitely not bad here. However, this is definitely going to be a really solid draw position, but is Gwok coming in is the real question here. I'm ready to see Gwok and all of his Gwokness this year, but no, it looks like coaching is actually here with the Puppeteer, readying up for this next save here. I think saw the Puppeteer as well. Probably a little bit concerned for a potential Gwok. A Gwok blast from Gwoker coming in, but I don't think Gwok will be coming in here anytime soon since Gwoker is on that big boat. I think the only way it would be if Puppeteer is able to get a good rescue here, and then it'd be risky, but Persica would have to die all the way in middle if they want this harassment to work out. So we'll see. Maybe they'll play it a little bit safe and just kind of go for the tie, which I think is definitely going to be the priority here. Let's see if coaching can get a good cheeky rescue. We're going to actually use the cue ball onto the Officer here, just to kind of slow down the Cypher rush. Let's see here. Oh, the Terror Shock hurts, but of course, thanks to that, I want to say Puppeteer buff, but it was a long time ago. But, thanks to that Puppeteer buff from quite a long time ago, he's able to withstand the Terror Shock and get the rescue. So that's not so bad here. I don't think Persica will make this window. He could have swung. Yeah, that actually would have been a hit. That 100% would have been a hit. But I think maybe he wanted to... maybe he thought I could just get the hit afterwards, and then I can hit toward the end of Tide Tenor. So that way we don't have to worry about Persica getting a huge speed boost and dying away from a corner. There's also that to consider, of course. Okay, 4 ciphers fully completed. We're going to be seeing Puppeteer and the Officer healing up here, which is very, very good. But we have a lot of contact points remaining from here. Let's see. Going to be going for that Puppeteer. Only 1 Lewis left on the board here. Going to have to use it immediately. And let's see here. Are we going to blink down? Are we going to cue ball down? What's the plan here, What's the plan? Well, there's the cue ball. I don't think we're going to need it, though. Yep, we're just going to kill the puppet. This will let Officer get the save, and then Gwoker will be able to do the cipher, but it looks like we're actually going to be slugging the Puppeteer here. Interesting strategy. Of course, the final cipher looks like Logs, Shack, and I don't know where the last one is, of course. Looks like it's actually Docs. So they're quite spread out, which is very good for WBT. They did not cipher lock themselves versus a Cueist. That's not a lock. He actually missed it, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, he actually missed the lock. That's a bit unfortunate for We definitely wanted to lock that off there. There's a good, very, very good blink onto Gwoker. Now let's see if Gwok can actually use this Gwok Blast. We need to see Gwok hit some Gwok Blast here. Come on, Gwoker. Use your Gwok Blast! Oh, that's dead. No items, no nothing, you're dead. Okay, no items really used from Gwoker. Not the best, by any means. I don't really know if I'm okay with that. We're going to be seeing Puppet working on Docs here. Of course, does not have nearly as many strings as before. We're going to be locking off Shack for real this time. And going to probably be hopping out around this area to try to find the officer. Or we're actually going to be forcing the rescue war situation here. Going just straight for that Puppeteer. But I think since he's already being pushed away, it might be actually better to put one thing here. Where was that contact point? I didn't even see it, bro. I saw him put something down, but where was it? I think did he still have I think he still had a connected string. I think he messed up with that string. Yeah, the problem is is really spreading themselves thin at this point. And the correct option, if you were to ask me in this situation, is for everybody to hide and heal. Sacrifice the ciphers for a reset. That's all you have to do is sacrifice ciphers for a reset. But that is if we don't find them. But we have spotted out these survivors. And with the contact point there, we can actually cue ball that cipher from across the map. Let's see here. The second we see it wiggling, we're probably just going to cue ball it. Actually, we cue ball this instead. Gwoker. Ooh, the double up, though. The double up. I don't know why the archer looks so laggy right now. You see that? Look at that. Pew, pew. Waiting it out, waiting it out, waiting it out. All right. Let's see here. Still not a lot of contact points here. Only 2. UM's doing a very good job of delaying this pop for as long as possible. The biggest thing that we can do here is just slowly but surely wither out as many items as possible to make the end game as best as we can here. Of course, as a reminder, we do have trump card on this Cueist, so there's always that option. Why does Gwok look so laggy? That looks like, I don't know what is up with Gwok. Gwok looks so laggy. Even when Gwok, look at that. Like the frame rate. I don't think Gwok is actually like laggy, like in terms of their ping. It's just that for some reason it's just a frame rate. I don't know. The frame rate looks really, really weird. We're thinking about sharing off away, but it looks like the archer would probably struggle here. Now we're gonna need to see a good clean rescue from our officer pal here, locking down that cipher. I don't know if I fully agree. Cue ball one more time onto the Puppeteer just to delay the inevitable. 60%. Are we gonna go for the puppet is the question. I think we are going to actually, yeah. We are going to, but with this lock, he actually pops in time. Yeah, he does pop in time. Let's see. Yep, they pop in time. Lewis. This is tricky now. This is tricky. He's going to end up putting a contact point right here. All right. Yeah, the problem with strategy here, there's the trump card. It's so weird seeing trump card Cueist, bro. It really is. Truly is. The problem is he can't kill the officer without getting lucky with the charge attack. Ooh, scary. Again? Ooh. He's gonna cue ball the gate. But the thing is, if you cue ball the gate, that means you can't kill the officer. That's the problem. Like, if you are a Cueist, I'm sorry to say, if you are a Cueist, you should never get it hit. Or I should say, you should rarely ever get it hit unless it's with cue ball or blink. Or a winning mind game. That's pretty much the only times Cueist can get hits. That's the problem here, is that with this strategy, is spreading themselves so thin that they're gonna actually lose. Despite them actually playing very, very well, I could already tell you that this is probably gonna be a loss because they were playing so... What's the word? They're investing too much into their map pressure and not enough into their chase, which means it's going to be a 3 escape for the side of WBG, which is very impressive. And now we're looking at round 1, second half here. Nia coming out here with the granny. The granny is here. Let's see it. It's gonna be, what's the team here? Mercenary, Mage, Gardener, and Puppet. This is a lot more standard for round 1 as well. Very tanky, very expected of the potential Goatman pick here. I'm really liking the look at that stage. You guys see that stage? I don't know, I thought the stage was looking pretty nice, bro. I'm kind of liking the stage, I can't lie. Let's see here. It's going to be Tide Tenor on the Mercenary with Borrowed, Tide Knee-Jerk Puppet, Borrowed Knee-Jerk on the Mage, and the Gardener. So not a single flywheel to speak of. Looks like they were hardcore expecting Nia to not actually go with the Goatman pick here. Let's see what we can make use of with the Magician, of course, having Knee-Jerk. No Tide Tenor to speak of. We actually hit the wand. Going to give us a little extra speed bonus here, using the window boost to get all the way over to Crab Shack area. I see, who is that over there? That is going to be is that Xing Chen? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Is it? Yeah, Xing Chen, I think. The Gardener is here with the little cheeky bubble. We're gonna open up a door here, child. Yes, I'll open the door to your future, and it will be death, yes. Well, we're gonna break the chair here, so we can't show on the cipher, which is something. However, there is a more pressing concern, and that, of course, is the basement. Bit unfortunate. I'm a little surprised that we're actually not seeing a Sui Tide Gardener. Triple Tide Tenor is very, very common. I must say, very, very common in this meta. So not seeing Tide Borrowed Gardener, or at least Tide Knee-Jerk Gardener, is quite the surprise, I must say. But, you know, I guess that's a little bit of confidence there from the side of Xteam, even though it wasn't the greatest first kite. Oh, scary. Almost saw a really good drop down there from Nia. We're just going to actually take the hit with the Magician, while the Mercenary will stay down there completely uninjured. Very, very good from the side of this team here, keeping their Mercenary safe. And we're actually going to die on the Gardener's Cypher, though. What? I mean, are we going to try to decode it? What are we doing here? What's going on? Okay, I like the little pirate flag there. That's kind of funny. That's a little Gardener. I don't know. Is that from the skin or is that from the accessory? Does anybody know? Or is it like both? I'm not sure. Again, that's the only time I really get to see the pirate skin, because the pirate skin is all the way back in COA 1. There were so few players back then in comparison. I know, so it kind of makes me wonder. It's like, I don't know, you only really get to see the pirate skins come out usually in tournament, or if you're, you know, playing with an old veteran player, that's for sure. Let's see here. I see Clover, our puppeteer, coming in here. Let's see what Clover can do here. I think I recognize the Clover name here. Let's see. Probably a little bit scared of the chips. We're actually just going to go for a good, just basic hit here, which is fine. That's obviously each their 2 Lewises. And the Magician will, of course, just run into the Hunter and die away. That is very, very common strategy in, of course, tournaments. Everybody knows this. The goal in this in round 1 is just to kind of burn time. That's all it is. Just trying to burn time. We're gonna, fix up this chair here once again. Our matey gonna lock it off here too, so that we cannot lock it with our Gardener. I'm pretty sure Gardener cannot interact with them. Oh, but yet again, we're gonna break both. And I think with both of them on cooldown. Oh wait, she messed up. Wait a minute. Gardener can lock that. Wait a minute. Does she make it in time? But we'll get to the other one. Yeah, you break that chair, but the other one will get, you'll just go to the other one. That's why she had to fix both of them. A little bit annoying for Nia here, a little bit annoying, but the ciphers again are very, very good from the side of, or sorry, not very good from the side of Xteam, I should say. They're actually about 50% behind on ciphers. Usually around this time, I've mentioned plenty of times, you usually want to be around 400% progress at this point once your first person dies in round 1. But Nia is actually pretty much ahead of that right now, kind of ahead of the game. Lady Truth kind of scouting out, trying to figure out where Nia's coming from, but not quite there just yet. Here comes the vine. Drop on down there. We're gonna maybe need to see a bubble. Be careful. Ooh. Oh, what the heck? What? Weird. Okay. We're gonna walk around that, go for the chips into the basic attack, which is gonna be a very, very big speed boost for our Gardener. Says the granny. We're gonna drop that pallet, drop this pallet here too. She should be able to last for, oh, that was probably supposed to be a door. Probably gonna be able to last for at least until the next vine here. Gonna go for the knee jerk. Oh, not the best here. All right, but the final cipher is 70, so that was long enough. That was plenty of time to try to go for a tie game here, which again, of course, is all Nia needs, but ideally you do want to try to win here. You definitely want to see a win here from the side of WBG in this first matchup, since getting a tie in round 1 is, I mean, it's technically the best round for Hunters. I mean, there's obviously a lot of good survivor picks, but it is still the most ideal time for hunters to try to get this to get their 4 kills here. We could actually TP to the Cypher. Yeah, we are going to TP to the Cypher. I think that's actually the better play here. Knowing that the Mercenary is here, the Puppeteer is going to be only with 1 Lewis, and which means if you can down him quickly enough, you might be able to chair him on this Cypher here. And in fact, it looks like that's going to be the case. We don't really... Looks like we can't really get anywhere with this Lewis. Let's see. All right. Oh, okay. Gets the window hit there. Gets the window hit. All right. That was a good try from Clover. Who's trying to find something they could vault, but unfortunately, when you're in this stage, it's just a little bit too difficult, and so many hunters can just kind of react to it. We are going to be working on a big boat that luckily already has about 15% progress here. Problem is, it's going to take a little bit of time, and the Puppeteer also has no borrowed time. So what we're going to need to see here from the side of Clover is when they get rescued, it's probably going to have to be an instant puppet. Oh, wait, I said before half, actually. Quite a surprise. There's the Lewis coming out here. Going to be trying to hit the Mercenary during this time, and they actually do get the hit onto the Mercenary. Once again, this is going to make popping really awkward, because if they hit the Mercenary down, it means they're going to have to pop like at a certain time. And then Puppeteer will also be in a weird spot to use the Lewis, because if they like kind of get chipped out, they can slowly get chips and chips and chips, and this could end up being very awkward potentially, especially since the Mercenary has no elbow pads. Might actually be smarter to chase the Mercenary and then maybe go for the puppet. I think Nia has a very good chance to win this, or a 3 kill, probably not 4, but very, very good chance to 3 kill. You definitely want to go for this hit right here, because of course you can kind of chip down this Mercenary. Oh, not quite here though. It's kind of just whiffing a couple of swings here. Merc has to go around here this time. It's probably not going to last very long. Open up a door. Open up a door. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nice maneuvering. Nice, nice. Ooh, good try. Good try. Very good try from Ling Yun here. And now Gardner was on the gate, but is a little bit spooked. She's going to actually move off of the gate here, while Nia is going to be cheering out a little bit more toward the cornfield gate. But of course, Gardner is not on the gate here. That's the problem. We're going to take a look over at this area. With no 10-9, we know that nobody will be here. Will we go for the teleport, though, is the question. Are we going to go for the teleport? Xteam is really hard gambling that Nia was going to teleport there, so they're just completely not on these, not on the gate at all. We're threatening it. Lewis burns the Lewis for some reason. I don't really know what that... I think that was maybe a bait. I think the reason why he's using it is to try to be like, oh, let's just Lewis out the gate, because why would you ever Lewis there? So I think that was kind of the gambit. Lewis was like, oh, let me just Lewis out the gate, you know, because Gardner and I will both be here, then he'll make Nia TP, because it's like, oh, yeah, let me just do that just in case so I can walk out here. Ooh, that is going to be a drop down, but we are in the water, of course, which is usually, this is going to be like around an 11-second chair. But with the save onto the Mercenary from the Gardner, and they are on the other gate, this should be a tie. So I will honestly say I don't really know exactly what the full strategy was from the side of Xteam, but I'm pretty sure this was trying to be a bit of a bait. I think the Puppeteer was kind of acting as bait there, which kind of did work out. Of course, this is going to be a tie no matter what here. So good stuff from the side of both Xteam and WBG in the first round, both securing ties. Ooh, another Cueist, eh? All right, looks like it's Nia's side. Or Nia's time to rock the Cueist here. We're going to be seeing, they banned out Ivy, Seer, Explorer, Professor Grave. That kind of checks out here. And it's going to be Anti, Charles, Officer, and Novelist here. They're going to leave middle open here once again, because middle is not the most ideal cipher to do versus a Cueist, of course. This is Arms Factory here, actually. I wonder. Arms Factory Cueist is definitely, you can definitely tie. You can definitely tie. This character at the end of the day is going to be a tie farm type of character. Which both sides kind of have to struggle a bit for a win here. I'm going to be looking for a little bit of sneaky red light tricks here from the side of our Marcus pal. Taking a look at the build, it's going to be the exact same build that most Cueist bring. It's going to be that Detention, Insolence with the Overwhelm onto the pathway of Impulsive with 2 stacked Destructiveness, Constrain, and Panic. We've got a full Kite Antiquarian, borrowed Knee Jerk on our Aeroplanist, Flywheel tied on the Novelist, and then tied Borrowed Officer here. Gonna get rotated quite a bit here with our Cueist. However, it doesn't really matter if Cueist gets rotated too often, simply due to the fact that he has so many contact points to work with. So Cueist can definitely afford to get rotated here for quite a while here. Let's see. Gonna be 9 seconds until our blink. That's a very speedy Antiquarian. Oh my goodness, she is so very speedy. That full kite is going to be really annoying for this Cueist. I don't really know if the flip was necessary. Maybe they thought Blink was going to be ready. But of course, Blink is not ready, so there's the Blink. All right, Nia made that a little spooky. We're going to go for a quick 1, 2, 3. Oh, we missed the last one thanks to our built-in tolerance effect here, but okay. Oh, nice try, nice try. Oh, that should be a guaranteed hit. Wait, but we have the flywheel. We waited out. The flip is ready. Oh, so close, so very close. If we were able to get that flip off there, that would have been kind of insane. I can't lie. I think Antiquarian did burn a lot of the resource here, but I generally think that was probably the best idea that you could do there. It is the most secure option that you can do, especially when Cueist can have like a follow-up cube ball hit. That's the thing about Cueist is like he'll get kited, he'll get kited, he'll get kited, he'll get rotated, then he'll blink for first hit, instantly has presence with cue ball, and then cue ball should just be a free hit onto most survivors without an OP item. Oh my goodness, don't scare me like that, Nia. Oh my. All right, let's hop back into our lines here. 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jump, 4. It's time to kill this. Does anything rhyme with 4? I guess that flute was kind of poor. Maybe there. I don't know. There's something to be said there. Aeroplanist is here for the next rescue. Oh, that's basement. This is not very good from the side of YCL. Yeah, YCL is not looking too good right now. Down in the basement, missing quite a few flutes. And the ciphers are not good enough here. Yeah, this is gonna actually maybe be a win for Nia's Cueist here. Let's see. Are we gonna go for a cipher lock here? We're looking at ciphers, but they're definitely not gonna save. Next kite is gonna have to be good. It's gonna have to be. Aeroplan is actually coming in. Maybe just try to bait Nia to stay at this, stay here for a little bit longer. We're actually gonna be moving toward the novice, which is actually the best chase target here for Nia, if you were to ask me. We do spot out the trail here. Yep, there's the trail. Of course, novice kid just go for the swap right here. That should be enough for a very nice pallet stun. I'm gonna assume the novice has great power. However, that did not really seem that long of a. Not that long of a, what is the word here? Not that long of a pallet. So we're gonna go for the flywheel here, but that flywheel doesn't do anything, so there's really no point in using it there. Probably should have turned around after getting that hit for Nia. That way we don't give the novice the book there, the metaphor. We're actually gonna be getting 1 hit onto the novice and then moving now onward to the first officer here. This should lock the cipher, yes? I believe that will lock the cipher. Moving on to the officer. This should be. Oh, this is looking rough, bro. This is looking rough because he has both cue ball and blink to down this officer, and they still need nearly a full cipher here. And the problem is officer only has 1 watch. This is looking quite good for the side of Nia. They're gonna actually heal up the novice, which is what they absolutely need to do. And I think Nia just really wants to burn out the officer's watch, but there is the watch being utilized. What we need to do more than anything is we need to buy as much time with this watch as possible, which is going to be a little bit tricky. Definitely going to be a little bit tricky here. There's the second tuning. Let's see here. Cue ball. There it is. Can we burn it with some more strings? Oh. The tiptoeing? Oh. That was smart, actually. That's smart. That's so smart from Ling Yun. Very smart. Oh, wait. We're not going for the officer anymore? That officer watch was very good. Very good. We're actually going to be moving backwards toward our novelist here, who does have a metaphor to work with. Officer is definitely going to need to either get healed. He's going to get healed, yeah. Healing is so important in a Cueist match. This is something that's very important about Cueist that you'll guys will be seeing a lot later. The thing about Cueist is that his buff is completely, like how strong a Cueist is completely based upon the fact that, oh wow, he just knew exactly where he'd be. That's some great judgment from Nia, I'm not gonna lie. That is some insane judgment from Nia. But it's all based on injuries. The more injuries Cueist has on the field, the better. Yep, going for Aeroplanist. Yep, look at that. Look at that, bro. It's like he just predicted the future, knew exactly where they were gonna go. I mean, it's a little obvious just because of the fact that it's, okay, he's in factory now. A little obvious because of the fact that's the cipher that they have to do. But that's why they keep healing. The buff that Cueist gets is completely tied to how many people are injured, so the more you're able to heal, the better. The problem is, with this constant heal strat, this is what I would call a battle of attrition in terms of Cueist versus the survivors. Right now, the survivors are losing the battle of attrition because the officer... What the heck? Did he have an elbow pad? How did he get so far? I think that was elbow pad. The whole point is what Cueist is supposed to do is with his resources, he needs to burn as many pallets and items as possible before the late game / end game. And the more you can do that, the better. The problem comes again with Cueist is rechargeable resource characters. Things like Cheerleader, Prospector, Novelist, those are all very annoying for Cueist because as the Battle of Attrition goes on, they can get more items. Whereas characters like FO, Aeroplanist, stuff like that, they're very effective early and mid, but during the late game, they start to struggle quite a bit due to the fact that they just don't have the resources for it. Although Nia, a little bit of a preemptive cue ball there, kind of wasting the cue ball, I'm not going to lie, that was not the best cue ball. And I would say this is definitely... Nia's doing a very good job of getting this sort of battle of attrition going here, but slowly but surely, the survivors are making progress onto the ciphers, and I don't feel that Nia has burned enough pallets or resources in this situation. Of course, they still need 50% more on that sandbag cipher, and we're going to be committing to the officer now. But the biggest thing is, can he last a long enough time? This actually will be a guaranteed kill now. So right now is the only chance for Nia to pick up a win here, because we do get the heal onto the Aeroplanist, which again, once again, very, very important that we get these. But now we have the choice of, do we go for the Aeroplanist that will go for the Cypher, or do we go for the Novelist? But it looks like the Novelist will actually be going for the Cypher here instead. And the Cyphers, looking at the Cyphers, these are actually really good for Cueist, I'm not going to lie. These three Cyphers are all very pressurable by Cueist, and they are getting reduced over and over and over again. And the Aeroplanist has no Titaner. They're not yet on a Cypher. An Officer has no rebound potential. So once again, this is a very good chance for Nia to get a win here. And of course, we are not going to Pursuit after the Officer, who does have that syringe who can heal up very, very fast. But we're going for the Novice here instead. We want to make sure that the Cypher is the main priority over and over and over again. That's a very good timed, very, very good timed lock off there. So fun fact, if you overlap as a Cueist on a Cypher, you cannot, it doesn't really work. You kind of have to wait till the other one goes away. The little line setup that is, of course. It won't actually get the reduction if you overlap. However, if you are able to put one up when the timer hits like 6, by the time, since it does 7 seconds first, you'll be able to actually do it a little bit early. And that's exactly what Nia just did there, which is very, very good. That will be guaranteed hit onto the Novelist here. And so the battle of attrition continues. We're going to just keep stacking up these injuries over and over and over. And the problem is no one has been able to kite long enough to be able to get these ciphers done. We actually see Aeroplanist starting a new cipher that's even farther away. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like Nia will be trying to continue locking off these ciphers here. Again, this is what you're going to be seeing a lot more of. Nia's Cueist is very, very strong right now. And I guarantee you, if this is on a hunter-setted map like Chinatown, Nia would probably have already won. The only reason these survivors are still alive is because they're on Arms Factory. That is my firm belief right now. Because they are simply able to constantly use pallets and windows over and over and over again. And they're just playing very safe. I have to give it up to Xteam. They are playing so incredibly safe. And they're not giving Cueist chase targets. And when they do, they're making sure that he's burning as many resources as possible here. So right now, I would say Nia had the momentum, but right now I would say the survivors actually have the most momentum here. As you can see, they're trying to utilize these pallets as much as possible. That's the goal here. Use as many pallets as possible, or use the pallets in the best ways possible there without actually having to drop them. So the more mind games played, the better. But of course here, now that we're seeing the ciphers starting to catch up a little bit here, 41%, 56%. Now Cueist is starting to get spread a little bit thin here. This is where things start getting a little bit tricky because they just keep early rotating, saving the really OP pallets. Well, not this one at least, but you know, the more pallets that you have for the late game, the harder it is for Cueist to get moving. And that this is what I call the battle of attrition. That's literally all this is. It's very, you might recognize this very similar to IV in a way, and I know a lot of people are going to be very frustrated watching Cueist in the future because these matches are going to be very, very long. But this is Cueist at his peak level. This is what you do as a Cueist. This is how he is played, and it is simply using the resources that you are given to delay the pop for as long as possible. Because look at this, Clover has no items, Officer has no items except for that syringe, which he will be able to get a second heal off from said syringe, I believe. And the Novice, of course, has Book. But it's like, Cueist is so easy to tie with, because we just saw it. but it's like winning is so hard. This is exactly what I mean when I say winning with Cueist is so hard, but also it's very hard for survivors to win as well. Because of his kit, the way his kit works, it's just he gets kited too much. He just doesn't have the chase potential to be able to really pick up wins. Of course, it is a survivor-sided map, I should say. But, you know, this is also possible on Hunter maps as well. It just takes a few more winning mind games, of course. And the survivors have now have a lot of momentum. Because even though Nia has some good resources here, this is still going to be a very hard tie, most likely here. We're probably looking for a one hit or a pallet stun here from the side of the officer. The problem is Nia can just sit here forever. And honestly, probably should. Yeah. We're not popping. Interesting. I don't know why we're not popping, actually. Why are we not popping? I mean, by not popping, we're quite literally just giving more resources to the... What? Well, officer's gonna get blinked now. What? Huh? I don't really understand. Okay, officer's gonna try to make as much distance as possible here while also forcing out the blink. I got the blink forced out, but the gate is open, and that's it. GG. Okay. He's gonna try to hop on in. Using the cue ball. Is it enough? Nope, it's not enough. Okay. Great work from Nia, though. Nia did a very, very good job. Nia did a very, very good job of... Oh, pick up the officer here. Did a very good job of utilizing Cueist to the best of his ability, but this is going to be a tie. And I think going forward, we're going to see a lot more Cueist matches exactly like this, and they're also just going to end up being ties, because that's just the nature of the character, if you ask me. It was a well-played match, but now it's time for Xyang to play Ivy here. Xyang from Xteam, quite fitting. Gonna be heading out the Seer, Dr. Cordy, Mercenary, and the Goatman from the side of the survivors there. We've got a Explorer, Fire Investigator. It's kind of maybe I have to start calling him Fire Investigator again because I always called him Finn. But with the new dentist, you know, around the corner, and his name being like, I don't remember what his name was, but it starts with Finn. He's kind of the new Finn. I don't know. I feel like Finn is always just Finn at the end of the day, but it's going to be, yeah, that Explorer, that Meteor, that Finn, and that Grave here. Going to be chasing down the Persica Meteorologist here. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. It's going to be, of course, Borrowed Flywheel on our Meteor, Borrowed Knee Jerk on our Fire Investigator, who deflates that ball. Tide Borrowed on our Explorer, and our... Ooh, what the heck? That was a weird-looking Wind Blast. Diagonal, but it still worked. Pretty nice catch. And yeah, but then Tide Borrowed on the Grave, of course, as well, which, you know, it's a Gravekeeper. He needs it, bro. And the Gravekeeper should never have anything else unless it's like, you only need one and it's round 5 billion and you can have Flywheel Tide. I don't know. Never go Flywheel Tide, Grave in your rank match, please. Oh my goodness. I've seen way too many Flywheel Graves for no reason. Even though I'm like Manticore rank, bro, I've seen Flywheel I've seen Flywheel Graves in Alicorn, and I get so confused, bro. It really does make me confused. Okay. Wind Blast is ready here once again from the side of Persica. We're going to try to get fair. Oh, we have the 81. We're trying to force it. We're trying to force it. We're trying to force it. We might try to look back and then Flywheel at the same time, but that's also tricky because we might see a main body scare being utilized here as well. Let's see here. Oh, I'm not really sure what we're trying to position up here with Persica, but with a possession, it should be. What are we waiting for? Let's just possess. Huh? Ah, the Flywheel. That's right. The Flywheel. Yeah. I thought, like, if we maybe scared at the proper time, it would not be so bad if we got, like, a scare into possess or something. But, yeah, I guess that's pretty tough because now Persica's going to continue cutting for a while. Of course, the Cyphers are a little bit slow to the fact that the pressure from Xyoung has been really, really strong here. But we do just see the follow-up there. Very, very good follow-up from the side of Xyoung. So it ends up, even with the Flywheel, it ends up being a pretty average kite. Despite it being a 2-minute long kite, the Cyphers are a little bit slow from the side of WBG. Actually, no, that's a lie. They have a 50% page on Explorer. I lie. I take that back. The Cyphers are actually really, really good because Explorer's page. I did not realize the Explorer page. I was about to say Cyphers normally would be a little bit farther along, but with the Explorer page, it definitely is. We're going to actually see the first try Fin trick from Guoker there. Very, very good from Guoker, making it so that he's inside the ball so that Ivy cannot leech him, and he can he can finish up that Cypher without too much trouble. Now let's see here. Wow, look at that, bro. Just instantly. The second that Grave got possessed, he was just like, nope, that's it. I'm rescuing, that's it. Oh, that's so fast. I wonder if that's actually guaranteed. I haven't actually tested that, but it could be something IVs don't always expect, that's for sure. I'm not really sure if the window to being able to seeing the frame 1 TP and being able to, you know, swap back and swing if there's enough time. But we did see the final usage of the Wind Blast there from Persica, and now we're going to be trying to this last as long as possible around this mind gameable palette, but we do get Terror Shock, so it doesn't really matter. Third Cypher is complete, and Explorer can now get the rescue, ideally here, and then maybe go for his page a little bit later. Cyphers are already very, very good here, I must say. Cyphers are extremely good. Gokor did actually mess up the trick here, so we're going to actually get possessed. But good that Goku's trying to make use of that trick over and over and over again, because that trick is just super, super good. We're going to possess down the Gravekeeper here as well. Might leave Yith and then maybe potentially go for Gokur. No, probably not here. Let's see. Explorer. It's all going to come down to this rescue. We hit the Explorer. Explorer will probably get doubled up here. Let's see. Nope, no, okay, that's fine. But Persica should be dead here. Persica should be dead 8 to 8 billion times. We see the flywheel being utilized. We have to mind game that. Oh no, we went to the wrong thing. Can we? Oh no, wait a minute, Persica can last. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Oh no, that's so huge. The flywheel, but the blink, is it enough? It should be enough. I think it, oh wait, it's not. They're double up. They're double up. Oh no, that's so sad for the side of Xteam, bro. That's so sad. That is honestly just IV on optimization, bro. Because I think Persica was dead there with the full presence. I think guaranteed. Maybe the flywheel would have been utilized there, but I think Persica should have been dead if the full presence went through onto the correct Ostracon. And then with the dodge scare, because I think Persica was looking at the tree blocked the scare. And then with the blink, we were able to just barely pop since we doubled up on the Shack Cypher. That is such a shame, bro. That is such a shame for the side of Xteam here, because this was a very well played game from both sides. It should have been a tie, but Xyong just unfortunately misclicked. It all comes down to the misclick, bro. I mean, we've seen this plenty of times from IVs. It's really depressing, honestly. Oh snap! Persica could actually there's the full presence. Can't dodge 2 scares though, can't dodge 2 scares. But that will be the 3. That will be the 3 escape. The Yith is here. It won't be able to make it to the other gate in time. That is going to be a 3 escape from WPG. Very, very good, bro. Very, very good from WPG, but not exactly the most deserved 3 escape. And yeah, because of that, that actually will end up being the win for WPG as well, because of the double 3 escape. Next set here is our second set of the day. Of course, is going to be between Zoo and iv.CCC. Now, both of these are non-professional teams. It's pretty funny. I was watching the drawings, actually. Of all the 8 matchups, there were only one matchup, or there's one matchup between pros, one matchup between non-professionals, and the rest of the other 6 were all non-pro versus pro. So it kind of feels a little bad for our non-pro teams out here. But this is one of the ones that we kind of have a bit of a fair fight between 2 non-professional teams out here with an Enchantress, Gardener, Officer, and Professor pick. And we're going to be seeing Baby rocking the Sangria for the round 1 here, which I don't really disagree with, I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at this team comp, this is definitely more Opera favored, especially since they're kind of leaning into that Goatman type counter comp here. It's going to be a full kite Enchantress here as well. No, a little bit of shaky dashes here from the side of Baby, unfortunately, but it's, yeah, that full kite Enchantress, tied Knee-Jerk on our Gardener, borrowed Knee-Jerk on our Professor, and then tied borrowed on our Professor here as well. So pretty standard builds across the board here. Of course, only 2 tide turners here in round 1, which is definitely fine. Chasing down the Professor first. There is the scale being utilized. Looks like Baby just doesn't even want to play these mind games. Just gonna be like, yeah, we'll just play. We'll just play here. Nice vault there from the Professor, kind of predicting the flip back, the shadow dance, dare I say. Playing very well around these pallets, honestly, making Baby very scared of these pallets. This will end up being a hit right here. Okay, a little strange, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, Blink is ready in about 4 seconds, so Professor should just die to this Blink. Gonna use the Window Vault here, get to this back pallet, and will we just Blink here? Well, I mean, we blinked. We did blink. It didn't exactly work, but we did blink. Oh, mind games now, mind games now, mind games now. Oh, no Power Vault ready just yet. If he's able to make this Power Vault. Ah, okay, dang. If he makes that Power Vault, he gets the knee-jerk C-twist, so it's definitely worth it to try, I think. Definitely worth it to try there. I would. If I was the Professor, I would also vault there. Especially since the Opera already missed her blink. This is already a good kite. I mean, this is going to be very hard for the Opera to win now. It's possible because it's Opera Singer, but, you know, it's most likely going to end up being a cheeky tie here. Oh, a Not the best dash. Yeah, we see a little bit of it looks like what I'm looking right here is like Baby's dashes are good, but they're not like it feels like they're a little shaky, I guess is the best word to describe it. They're a little bit shaky. We're gonna see the tide knee-jerk combination here, bubble into knee-jerk so that uppers just can't swing. Hi, oh, hi. Okay, no Terror Shock though. Very scary, very, very scary there. Quite spooky indeed. But that's a very solid rescue here. Yeah, we keep seeing that. That's the second time that's happened to Babies. Not the best here. And once again, they just don't bother playing mind games around these pallets. They're just gonna swing. This is interesting. Baby's kind of taking like the unga bunga route here. That's for sure here. Oh, unfortunate. Really predicted the Shadow Dance, but not really gonna get it there. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Oh, outburst hitbox is so bad, bro. Woo, this Professor. I have not seen this many winning mind games in a while, bro. Another one. Ooh. Oh, the slow vault. That'll be it. Yep. Once you go for the slow vault, that's it, bro. That's it. Honestly, that might even be a strategy to kind of just like pace back and forth as the Sangria, just waiting for a slow vault there. That Professor bought an insane amount of time, though. That was extremely good from Alpaca. It's a bit of a goofy name there. Alpaca. That's the third time they've done that. That's not how operas use cape. That's not how they do that. Like that's a very like awkward use of the cape. I don't know if I really agree with that here. I don't know if it's just Baby's like mind is working faster than their fingers, and then it ends up coming out like a little bit awkward. This very well just could be like a little bit of nervous here. We're gonna be using the watch with our officer here. Of course, we still have a watch, even though we just used one. So having a backup here is very, very strong. We're gonna see one last tuning here. Yep, that's the last tuning of the watch. I'm looking at the ciphers here. I'm trying to find a way if it's possible for this opera to get more than a tie. And I think the only way is just completely reliant on the no borrowed and endgame positioning, because the items are just too good. And this officer might be dead here. Let's see. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, there we go. Finally able to getting a little bit of footing there with our... Oh. Ooh. Very aggressive strategy here. The pallets are still here, though. Yeah, these pallets are extremely good versus an opera singer, by the way. Oh. She's pretty much forced to break both of them. There's not really much an opera can do. It really kind of kills her momentum there. Fourth time we've done that. And it looks like it's a mistake every time. Oh, we messed up our dash. Yeah. I don't know. This is awkward. Baby's opera is like, it's good, but it's like kind of awkward compared to the rest of the pro operas that I'm more used to. And we swing at the bubble. I don't know. I guess we just want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. The playstyle from Baby is very strange. I'm not gonna lie. The opera gameplay is very strange. Oh, wait, that was really good from Wei. Using the decoy, and they just pop. Yeah, that checks out. Dude, they literally just used the decoy to block the dash, and almost had it happen again there. And of course, opera can't really dash here too well. We're gonna go for the slow vault, which not really sure why we do that. Gardner is basically dead here. We have a window vault, but it's not ready yet, so she'll just die. Teleport is not ready yet either. There's a chance. Oh, but the thing is, she can actually afford to chair here, but she's not doing it. Oh, that's a missed dash though. Backflip back to the Gardner. This is good. She pushed them away from the gate. If she can share the Gardner and then go for the gate again, there's actually a small chance for a 3. Although, is this a tide tunerable chair? I wonder. I think that's actually tide tunerable. They could actually 3, as long as Officer gets that rescue. With how awkward Baby's dashes are, they're definitely going to be able to make the gate. We'd have to TP to make it there in time. Let's see here. We have flywheel, we have stuns. Officer's going to go for it. Uh-oh. That's tide tunerable. Yeah, this is going to be a 3, I think. Let's see. I'm almost certain this is going to be a 3. Oh, the only thing you can do is Terror Shock. Oh, that's it. GG's. That's it. I don't know why we're swinging. The only thing that we can do there is just body block. Let's see here. Oh, is it enough? 20 seconds. She has to try to body block. Body block. No, don't hit. I think it's enough. Is it? Oh my gosh, it's not enough. Oh, thank goodness for this opera, bro. It's not enough. Oh my gosh. That's scary. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good to know that, like, even if you hit the Gardner with veteran speed, it's not enough. Oh. What the heck? I mean, go in to counter the far leading officer, I guess. We're seeing, okay, this is so weird. I don't know if it's a non-professional team thing, but we have been seeing a weird amount of ands in round 1. Like this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen and in round 1. And I think the only reason for it is it's a 3 kill. Because they're not going for a 4 kill, it's a 3 kill counter pick. That is the only reason why they're picking it from, that is my theory anyways. I don't exactly know for sure because again, Ann is a tie hunter. Ann is simply a tie hunter at the end of the day. But when you counter a team decently hard with Ann, it's actually worth it because you can deal with Antiquarian without too much trouble as an Ann. It's definitely doable. And then Officer and Faro Lady just kind of get countered here. So we kind of forced out the watch. Ooh. No, I don't think we should continue going for the Officer though. I think we should try to move for the Faro. I'm not really sure here. Again, I don't think this is a bad idea from non-sept. This is quite a few times we've seen Anns in round 1. And I mean, we just had a tie. So we can use up a non-meta character here. That is Ann. Of course, she's like a secondary meta type character, like a late round meta, not exactly, you know, one of the best. There's the Far Lady here. Oh, but with the seal, she does get spotted out here. Quite speedy though. Is it enough? The flywheel will be ready soon, but it's not. Yeah, we can't use it because it's sealed. Okay, yeah. Far Lady just kind of gets full countered by the Ann. Toss out our cats here, and we see her. Oh, bruh. I don't know if I. Oh, that was smart! That was smart, baiting out the flywheel so that she'd use her thing earlier, but now she's gonna have to use an item to try to get her invisibility back again. It is back again. Cats. Let's see here. Oh, not the best use of the cats. I feel like the Anns in my freaking ranked matches use better cats than these when I play like an invisibility-based character. Like, they always are able to get me. Far Lady's with the good kite here. There's the blink. There we go. Okay. I mean, that was a pretty long kite, I'm not gonna lie. That was a pretty long kite, but I also think it was the Ann just kind of didn't use the best cats, I'm not gonna lie. Those cats could have been a little stronger. Let's see here. Aeroplanist is readying up for the rescue. Right now, this is just it's a tied game, which is fine. You're actually okay with a tied game here as the Ann. Ideally, you want to try to get like a win, maybe on a stuffed save, but the best case scenario for you is that win. We're gonna go for the cross here, buy some time. Here comes the cat. If nothing else, we have a jump. That'll be okay. Not too shabby at all. Definitely not the best. We definitely wanted to go for a stuff there with our N if we tried to win. But again, we're in a very good tie position here. Very, very good tie position here. What the heck? Where are you going, gimmick lady? We're bringing it around town. We're like, oh, I'm gonna go this way, and then I'm gonna go this way, and then I'm gonna go this way. You'll never guess where I'm gonna go next. Back to where we started, baby. Okay, last cipher 50 and 20. Yeah, these are very good ciphers. Very, very, very good ciphers for a tie. Even if Officer gets stuffed, I think they can still tie, which is the craziest thing. Because they have good enough items for endgame. We're going to try to pressure Aeroplanist off the cipher just a little bit here. Toss out our cats. Oh, gonna use one. Oh, giving up the rescue potential to seal off the Aeroplanist, it looks like here. That's fine. Stalling for a lot of time on this final cipher is very smart. Okay, we hit the Officer here. That's really good. She bought a good amount of time here. Now, obviously, gonna try to keep the Far Lady alive. We're probably just gonna swing. I would have just swung. I don't even care. I was gonna swing. Cat. Oh, scary. We do have cross though. We have cross. Cross. Yup. Bye-bye, Faro. Officer's inside of the pallet. It looks so goofy. Inside of that gosh darn pallet. But yeah, all the Antiquarian though. Oh. No, she walks away from it. Yeah, Auntie's not there in time. So close, bro. So close. The thing is, Antiquarian could have maybe potentially used, she could have flywheeled and then catted and then, oh, she wanted to cancel the TP too. Oh my goodness, I know what you wanted, Auntie. I know what you wanted. I saw the vision, bro. I saw the vision. The full vision. Big jump. Hover. Seal. Where'd he go? He's over there. Oh, he's able to hover away from the seal, I think. Yeah, the thing about, the sealing of the cats, the exploding of the cats, is sometimes you can outspeed it. So forward, I think forward, mercenary, and aeroplanist can all outspeed it. I think aeroplanist has to be using the hover though. That's a bit unfortunate for the Auntie. Good try though. Good try. Would have done the exact same. Gonna use the cat to jump again. There we go. Big jump. Explode the cat. Oh, in this situation, I think I'm gonna use my cat here. Of course, Auntie, no borrowed time though. Oh, a little bit of mind games here. A little bit of mind games. Let's see. We're double rushing on that last cipher. Ooh, nice, Auntie. Nice. The flywheel too. Okay. I see you, Ying. I see you. One more. Nice. Ooh. Yo, this auntie. She's slick with it. Okay, she does go down though. It's gonna have to be a nice cheeky rescue here from our officer. But officer has no items. And it's gonna be at this chair. And our teleport's gonna be ready. I think she has a very high chance to 3-kill. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think she 3-kills this. I think there's even a chance for a 4. Oh, they just pop. That's actually the correct decision here. They realize since Auntie's on a gate, dead on a gate, that they just kind of have to go for it and try to play mind games. The only way they get a tie here is if they outsmart the Ann. That's the only way. It's gonna be really hard though. It's gonna be hard. I think she can afford to walk all the way to the other gate and then teleport back to the other one. That she's looking for the arrow planets. I think she sees the arrow. Does she? She doesn't see him. She doesn't actually see the arrow. She's gonna go for the officer here. Officer's touching the gate. Arrow is going back. She can actually 4-kill at this rate. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's a kill. Boop. No, she easily 3-kills, I think. The only way she has to like, it has to be like a huge mess up. That's the only way, a huge mess up. She probably won't teleport. She'll probably teleport the second the rescue happens. Let's see here. Not yet. Now you can. Oh, no, not yet. She's still gonna hold on to her teleport because I think she knows she'll make it in time. They're still gonna try to outsmart her. Interesting. Detention doesn't really matter here. We see the arrow. Okay. He's holding onto that teleport. This is really good patience from non-sept here. If it was me, I would have just insta-TP'd, and that would have been it. Let's see here. She wants to force the drop down. There's the drop down. This is a... Oh, unfortunate miss dash. Seal his abilities, though. Where's Auntie? She's getting close to officer. She's getting close. But thing is, all she has to do is teleport. She really needs to kill this arrow planet, though. She needs to. She's waiting for cats. She has enough time. Yep, she has enough time. Will she chair, though? I think she has to chair before TPing. Yeah, she has to chair. Definitely has to chair. Both Auntie and officer are dead on chair. The question is, will she TP this time? I think she will. She will. Okay. Officer's dead on chair. We have cats here. Cats. He's in the pad. He dies. Okay. That other gate is at 0% though. This should 100% be the 3-kill. They could maybe get 1. They have to split. That's the only way. They have to split. But as long as we don't mess up any cat jumps here, we should be fine. Because we're not even on the chair just yet. Antiquarian's extra slow because the no borrowed time. Although Anne is actually slower now because no detention anymore. And yeah, one's going to go for the gate and then one's going to leave. Auntie, of course, is dead on chair. Aeroplanist is also dead on chair. They're both dead on chair. She can actually 4-kill. This was a beautiful endgame from the Anne. Beautiful endgame. Bonk. Down goes arrow. The question is, will she greed? She should probably just 3. Yeah, just go for the 3, honestly. Yeah. Just take the 3. The thing is, don't greed in case the Auntie is actually able to get to the gate in time. Just go for the 3 because you only need the 3 right now. And that was your goal by picking Anne was to 3. You weren't actually trying to go for a 4. And the thing is, with Auntie gate opening speed, Anne might actually still get the 4. 2 really solid jumps here. This is going to be close. It's going to be very close. Antiquarian is just banking everything on getting the gate open in time. But the problem is, it's an Auntie. If this wasn't an Auntie, I think she makes it guaranteed. Let's see. There's the cats. Oh, the lineup is perfect. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I think even if it wasn't an Auntie, she makes it. That is crazy, bro. An Anne 4-kill. That was very impressive. Ooh. Now we're rocking the Ivy here in round 2 here. Batting out the Seer, Ford, Merc, and Wendy. Batting out the Goatman from the side of iv.CCC. And we got a Painter, Embalmer, Wildling, Puppet. That's the Painter, Embalmer strategy here. Pretty good strategy, all things considered. But versus an Ivy, it can definitely be probably a little bit trickier to use. But yeah. For those that don't know, Painter and Embalmer actually have really good synergy with each other because Painter doesn't have like a before/after half chair thingy. He just gets 3 chairs guaranteed. Well, of course, if you rescue him twice. So what a lot of people like doing is they either will rescue him first at like 59 on the chair, or they'll rescue him, or I guess I say 99 on the chair, like basically right before he dies, and then next time he can coffin, or for the very first time he dies, he'll coffin, and then his second chair, it'll start at like 1 second, so you can just sit there. You force the hunter to sit at the chair for like 50 seconds. It's a very strong strategy, but it's also a little hard to pull off sometimes because the hunter can definitely do something about it a lot of the time. So you kind of have to build like a comp and spawns around the strategy, which can be really difficult sometimes. It can be very, very difficult, but when performed well, it's a very effective strategy. But of course, we're just going to opt to chase down the Puppeteer here instead at 59. Corrosion. While the Ciphers are moving quite quickly here. Seeing a Wildling pick in round 2 is definitely a bit unexpected. Usually you don't see Wildling stuff. It's a bit of a niche pick here. We got to go for the Scare with the Yith, but it doesn't actually work so well. And we're kind of keeping the Lewis trapped here. He knows that the Blink is ready, so he's going to actually put himself in this corner so that he can react to the Blink, which is very smart. Oh, you know, if that was Sprinter, that would have been a Blink Terror Shock. I can guarantee it, bro. Sprinter would have blinked Terror Shock there. Sprinter's reaction is just so good. Here we go. One more. Force it. Nice Undaunted. Oh, that was so good. Undaunted on that Lewis here. Let's see. Cut him off from the pallet. Now you have the control over the pallet. He should just be dead here. Whoa. So fast. Because the Undaunted. I don't even think you needed the blink there. Oh, no. The Pumbaa. Wait a minute now, Pumbaa. The double up. The main scare. Okay. Smack that Pumbaa for a little bit of presence there. Why not? I mean, does that really do anything? I don't really think that actually does anything. Kind of silly there. All right, 2 Ciphers completed. 1 at 60, 1 at 30. Ciphers again, once again, very good from the side of iv.CCC here. Very, very solid. As long as we get a very good rescue from our Pumbaa, we should be fine. Let's see here, Pumbaa. Let's see here. Nice save. No Terror Shocks at all. Nothing of that sort. Puppet. Where are we going, buddy? We're going to go upstairs. Here. They're not going to really make use of the Embalmer Coffin. I don't think the Embalmer has the Puppeteer's image. Puppet's just going to die upstairs. We're going to go for the Lewis here. Yep, just going to go for the Lewis. We have full presence. We actually outspeed the full presence, though. Very, very good. Outspeed the full presence with the knee-jerk reflex from the window speed boost. No more Lewises to speak of, though. Not a single Lewis. Let's see here. Ooh, pallet. We make that pallet. Yup. Oh. All right, bye-bye, Lewis. Oh my gosh, the Ciphers are insane right now, dude. They are insanely good. Both Painter and Embalmer have... Ooh, I guess the problem is if one of the Painter or Embalmer gets Terror Shocked, it's kind of cooked here. They can definitely manage a 4-person endgame, though. Well, actually, I say that, but there's only one borrowed. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Basically, Puppet will have to Lewis off of chair. And then probably die pretty soon into the endgame. We're going to actually go for this Embalmer here. Nice flywheel. Oh my gosh, the perfectly timed flywheel. You can't get better than that, bro. You literally can't get better than that. His Cypher is, of course, 90%. So we're going to have to probably stall the chair with our Painter. Let's see. Full presence. Ready once more. But Lewis is ready to be possessed once again. Possessed Lewis. He's going to have to use the Lewis. Is it enough time? Are they on the 90% Cypher? Is it enough time? Oh. The painting? The body blocks? Oh. He's speedy with it. They're going to be able to pop here. They're going to be able to pop. Around. Nah, that's not the best. That's what you get for not looking behind you, but you kind of can't in this situation. It's okay. It still buys them a little bit of time for the end game. Still buys them a little bit of time. Still has the chair. Can't go for the instant TP. This is definitely a tie. Most likely. Let's see. She's going to be walking over to this gate. 70. Oh, they're going to be able to get that gate. They get that gate. I think they get that gate open. Uh-oh. Full presence. Pumbaa's dead. Embalmer. Oh, wait, I don't know if she can get both of them. Wait, Embalmer crawls super slow because no borrowed. Wait a minute. They greeted. But if she shares the Painter has the painting. Wait, hold on. I can't tell what's gonna happen here. Wait, we're going for the Painter. She has blink, but it's buying time for the Embalmer. But even then, the Painter is stuck here. Blink. Oh my goodness. Wait just a minute, bro. Embalmer. He's trying to self-heal, but Embalmer's trying to self-heal instead. Because I know. Wait, Pumbaa can self-heal too. Wait, they're both gonna self-heal. Ivy? Wait, Ivy? Wait, they just get out. He's on Pumbaa. I think there was a mistake made. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Night Watch in the big 2026. The very first Night Watch played in Call of the Abyss, bro. The very first Night Watch played. Oh my goodness. Well, I say Call of Abyss 9 specifically. It's gonna be Meteor, Prospector. I guess they're expecting the Ivy with the Prospector there. Mercenary and Aeroplanist. All right, my Ithagoat, my Unc Watch. Let's see what we got here, buddy. Can Night Watch still cook in 2026? Yeah, is that what this is? Is that the name of the video, bro? That might be the name of the video, bro. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. He's confined. He brought confined on Leo's. I mean, he just wants to tie, right? Let's see here. We're going to be seeing the Tied, Borrowed Mercenary, Borrowed Knee-Jerk on the Aeroplanist, Full Kite on our Prospector, and then Borrowed Flywheel on our Wendy here. Okay. Well, let's see what the Norton can do. This is gonna be a little tough. Gonna be a little tough because it's a full kite. Full kite. We're gonna go for the first stun right there. Second one. All right. Pallet speed boost. Yeah, but he's got the wind. He's got another magnet though. Another magnet. Another cheeky magnet. Oh, not quite. He doesn't want to go for it. Ah, missed flywheel. Bit of a shame there. Bit of a shame. We have the warp. Let's see here. Gonna go for the warp just yet. Little. Don't know if I agree with whatever the heck that was supposed to be. One more magnet. Okay, the Xiao W just kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. Xiao W just kind of messed up there. Missed the flywheel and then just used a pretty bad magnet, honestly. And then also, I don't know what the heck the slow vault on the pallet was supposed to be. Yeah, that was. I mean, I love Night Watch to death, but bro got lucky. The process just kind of hardcore messed up. It's crazy, bro. That's the thing is that you can mess up as a survivor and Night Watch is still in the tie position, bro. That's the craziest thing. Only saving grace he still has the warp. Gonna go for the hit on the mercenary. Probably gonna use the warp here to get the. Oh, no! I would have used the warp to try to get the double, but I guess maybe playing very conservative here, which is definitely not bad. I don't know why the mercenary elbow padded. I'm not gonna lie. Really don't understand why. Let's see here. Let's see here. On this pallet here, big jump. We should be dead here. Norton can't do anything because he burned his magnet. Yup. Okay. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. He can win. He can actually win. Wait a minute, he can actually win now. 100% can win. The Wendy probably should have had tied knee-jerk, or sorry, flywheel tied. They're gonna sell Pros, I think. Yeah, like when you play full kite Pros, this is just not what you want, bro. Full kite Pros is supposed to be like a very aggressive kind of character. We're gonna hover on in with our Aeroplanist. Oh, what the? Huh? Why are we over there? Okay, I think Zoo survivors are kind of making quite a few mistakes here. Let's see. Woo! A little bit lucky there, pal. All right, one pallet drop. Ah, good try. Good try. All right, Xiao W, unfortunately, not the greatest kite here. Not the greatest kite. Kind of just lost every mind game and didn't use the magnets in the most effective way. It happens though. It happens. He can win. He can win. The Night Watch actually can win. We're gonna warp to the a little bit far. Okay, that's good enough. We stopped the heal from going off. Somebody's dying here. Never mind. They both used their resources. Oh my gosh. Nah, he can win. He can win. He can win. He can win. What the? Okay, nice, nice. He's gonna share the arrow, jump over this pallet here. Oh my goodness, bro. I think we're gonna win with Night Watch. There's no way it's gonna be a tie. Because the mercenary burned all his items. If Merc still had an L pad, I'd say it's possible, but Merc burned his items, bro. And there's no tide tenors. That's what I'm saying. If Meteor had flywheel tide, this is a different story. It truly is. Let's see here. We're doing a good job cutting off the Meteor. Caca with the cloud. But we still have the wind to pull us back. Okay, nice. Very nice, very nice. Let's see here. It's before half, though. Someone's dead. Ooh, not quite. Big jump. Wind blast. See ya. Wow, that did nothing. That did nothing, dude. Jetpack. Jetpack. All right, he's burning out everybody's items. The only one left with items is Wendy. That's it. They're going to be completely out of items, and that means he's going to be able to win. Cloud. That's a good cloud. Good cloud, good cloud. Pallet's there. Drop the pallet. Try to play a mind game, but you lose it. They pretty much lost every mind game to Baby. Look at Baby's face, bro. Baby's locked in. Look at that. It's just like, yeah, I'm winning with Night Watch and Tournament, bro. That's right. I'm literally winning with Night Watch and Tournament. Why are they... Oh my gosh, he's cheering on the last cipher too. Oh my gosh, he's gonna 4-kill. Night Watch 4-kill? In 2026? I mean, to be fair, it is due not. It's like this is like 90% of this is because of survivor error. But still, he found the mercenary. That should be a stuff too. What is the merc doing? Oh my! I don't even know what bro's doing. They get the save, but no one can kite. Nah, this is a win. This is a win. This is a win. This is 10 billion times over a win. Yeah, you just chair the Wendy here. She dies. You can go for the Aeroplanist or the Mercenary. Ideally, the Aeroplanist here. You can force the Merc to burn self. That's what I would do. Oh, yeah. I don't dash when there's a tree in front of you. Oh boy. Okay, he's looking around. He's like, "Where's this Aeroplanist? Where's the Aeroplanist?" Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Merc gets up. Okay, no one can rescue the Wendy though. They're gonna have to play for a 1. I don't think it's possible though. I don't think so. Like Merc is gonna have to just win mind games. That's it. That's the only way. You have to win mind games here. And even then, it's gonna be hard. Okay. Dude, now is not the time to pallet stab. Now you have to win mind games. Yeah, this. I don't know. I don't agree. I don't agree. Merc, you have to keep these pallets up in mind game. That's the only way. That's literally the only way you're winning this. Because now you're gonna get shared, and Aeroplanist can maybe pop, but he has to go for dungeon. Problem is, bro has no items. He just doesn't have any items. He'll probably just pop. Oh, he's not gonna pop here. It's gonna be very obvious if Aeroplanist tries to go for an item. Oh, is he gonna get spotted out here? Does he get spotted? Does he get spotted? Does he get spotted? Does he get spotted? He doesn't get spotted. Now he's gonna check over here because probably like, oh, maybe he'll try to grab an item over here. Let's see. That's what I would do. I would go over here, and I would also be checking over here from the hunter. Because like that's the assumption, right? It's like make distance from yourself, but he kind of counter rotated into the Night Watch, which is kind of what you have to do. But I think he realizes that, yeah. Now that he didn't pick up Tinnitus, he realizes, yeah. Let me see if the Aeroplanist doubled back, which he definitely did. Checking around here. The only way Aeroplanist is able to get dungeon is he finds a good item. But the problem is Night Watch is slowly but surely catching up. If he's able to grab an item, there's a chance. That's the only way. He's gonna warp, check over here, and now he realizes once he's not over here, he realizes only one possible way that he could be. He's actually gonna rescue the mercenary though. This is good. This will actually buy some more time. This is great actually. This is really, really good for the survivors. I kinda hope that Night Watch still is able to get this 4 kill. He's gonna go for the... Oh, this is the mercenary though. He's gonna go for that merc. Never mind, he's gonna leave the mercenary. Yeah, there's no incentive to chase the mercenary. You have to try to find the Aeroplanist here. Yep. Let's see here. Merc might go for the Cypher. Nope. He's trying to find the Aeroplanist. I think Merc could actually force pop. I think they actually could, yeah. Oh, baby's lost a little bit here. We're a little bit lost. Zoo is playing well, though. Oh, they're going to be able to pop, though. They're going to be able to pop. Oh, they're going to be able to pop, bro. Oh, dear. He's leaving. Uh-oh. Now they just split gates and they get 1. They split gates, they get 1. Yeah. Oh, he kind of messed up. He just couldn't find the Aeroplanist. The Aeroplanist did a really good job of running into him, and that was what is actually going to be able to get them this 1. Dang it, bro. Night Watch, please. He doesn't have trait. He doesn't have trait. It probably was better to hold on to his warp, I'm not going to lie. The warp beast there was a little bit greedy. Okay. Gets the hit on the mercenary at least, but unfortunately it's not enough. He just pulls him back. It's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough. It's going to be 1. No, Night Watch. Buddy. But yeah, he definitely needed a 4 kill to even up the set though. But they still get the round win, which is good. So now it all comes down to round 3. Both sides have a win. But of course, the points are in favor for Zoo because they got a 4 kill with Ant as opposed to the 3 kill with the Night Watch. But we're going to be rocking the Hullabaloo here in round 3. We're going to be seeing an Orphe, Embalmer, Lanternist, and Cheese out here. Lanternist is going to be the very first Lanternist I'm seeing from China, actually. So this is going to be pretty fun. I wonder what kind of build she's going to be rocking out here. But Hullabaloo, of course, is one of her bad matchups, I will say. The second she gets put in that red color, she's kind of cooked. But let's see. It's going to be a full Kite Novelist and Embalmer, a borrowed Flywheel on our Lanternist, and then a Tide borrowed on our Gravekeeper. We're going to be chasing down this Gravekeeper here first, of course. Only 1 hit on the first double surprise. We're going to see Insto, Detention, Exhibitionist, Panic, and a little bit of Hunter's Instinct from the side of the Hullabaloo. Look like I saw on the build. Yep, a little bit of Hunter's Instinct there. Gotcha, gotcha. I'm assuming that's warp as well on the trait here. Back into our shovel. Ooh, wait. Nice dodge. Ooh, there's the nice hit. Scary. Baby scared of that pallet, bro. We're scared of that pallet. Break it up a little bit there. Look at the AI prediction, bro. What the heck? 35% chance for a 4-kill? I mean, I guess the grave is kind of dying a little bit fast, but you have one more shovel here. Gonna have to break this pallet. Yep. Clone ready. Not the best clone, honestly. That's still a hit, buddy. That's still a hit. Yeah, that's still a hit. Okay, we do have a little bit of shovel for rebound, if nothing else. That is something. I guess he realized, let me save the shovel, because if he gets hit there, he'll just die still, because he's still out in the open. So 60, 60, 70 on the Cypher is not too shabby, but of course they lost their main rescuer, and not having a rescuer versus Hullabaloo is kind of bad. What I'm noticing from these non-pro teams that I find to be interesting is they don't bring Double Tide. Double Tide is like so common in tournaments that I am very surprised that they're not bringing it. Like they're only going with one Tide Tinner, which I just find to be so greedy. We're actually going to be going straight for the Novelist here, completely kind of ignoring the Gravekeeper right now. Let's see here. Getting a little bit lost in the sauce here. Oh, I don't know what that was supposed to be. All right. Well, he didn't really gain anything from that warp. He literally gained nothing from that warp. The only thing he gained was, I guess, pushing the Novelist off the Cypher. That warp essentially just bought him like a little bit of time because he got nothing out of it. I guess he burned the Metaphor. I guess that's the other thing. Okay, no Terror Shock. Very good. Gravekeeper, can we get inside the shovel? Can we get inside the shovel? He's in red. He can't get inside the shovel. Yeah. So we saved the shovel just to die. Pretty unfortunate. Lantern just jumps that Cypher from 0 to 29%. I see. Gonna be going for the Embalmer here next. We do still see that Embalmer. Yep. Oh, nice on the Embalmer. Kind of predicting what the Hullabaloo is gonna do there. Very, very good from the Embalmer. I think we messed up a jump there. I'm not really sure what that was supposed to be. What did we messed up another jump. Okay. Not the best. We just basically burned 2 dashes. That's kind of a momentum killer for sure, especially on Hullabaloo, because now we have to walk all the way. So that's funny that Alpaca got 1 winning mind game and then Baby messed up 2 dashes, which just wasn't the best. Unfortunately, Baby just definitely seems to not be super proficient in terms of getting a lot of these dashes and whatnot. Same with the Opera. We saw a lot of the kind of awkward dashes. Now we're seeing some awkward jumps with the side of this Hullabaloo here. Because this should have been down way, way faster, and now the Cypher is 90%, and now they can tie. Because he was in a winning position, but I think those 2 missed jumps was all it took. Those 2 little mistakes, that's all it took to completely halt the momentum. 1 losing mind game, and then all that halting. All that halting that momentum there. Final Cypher is going to be 50%. Will he warp to it? Looks like we will. This poor novice be like, yo, leave me alone, bro. Just trying to do my job. Just trying to code, bro. Oh, okay. Definitely wanted that pallet stun there. Missing the double surprise. Okay, double up. 1 more here. Rotation, not quite though. Knee jerk Seeger is definitely going to be enough. We're going to have to break at least one of these pallets here. Yep. 1 pallet broke. And now we're just going to try to drag away from the Cypher. Middle Cypher being the final Cypher is definitely not the best, I will say. We have Metaphor once again. Not going to go for it though. Not going to go for it. We're back in corner house. Did he miss another jump? Oh my gosh. I don't know if he missed another jump there or what. That looks so jank. I saw it like the second, maybe just like trying to get the lineup for it. I don't know. Okay. Novice is staying in the black color. Realizes if I just stay in the black color, I'm safe. Very smart. From the Hullabaloo. Red is going to be the final color, so we're not going to be able to get a good flywheel out here, unfortunately. Let's see here. Oh, he flywheels the other direction though. Hold on. Metaphor one more time. Just for the speed boost. Maybe we'll get on tram here. Let's see. Can we get on the tram? It's probably too tough. Oh, they just pop. Okay. Yeah, they just pop with the lenses. But they embalmed the Novelist. Ooh, I didn't even realize they embalmed the Novelist. Wait a minute. This is tricky now. Because now he's gonna chair, but there's no momentum. Ooh, once again, Baby just can't get any momentum in this matchup. Embalmer was a very classic character to play into Hullabaloo, even back when Hullabaloo was like at his peak. That's for sure. We're probably gonna jump right through here, I'm gonna guess. Jump through here. Please don't mess up the jump. Hello? There we go. The fact that he had to like spend 2 seconds lining it up. Oh my goodness, bro. Okay, I don't know what that was supposed to be. What? Oh, we're trying not to give him Metaphor. I see. We're waiting till he's like in a bad spot and then not letting him have Metaphor. Another coffin? Oh my gosh. Wait, that's so evil. Wait, that's so evil. He can't chair. Yeah, he cannot chair. That's so evil. That is so evil. Put red. Ooh. Dude, that's so evil. Oh my gosh, that's so evil. That is so evil. Because the Embalmer was chaired, he got a second coffin, so he's able to embalm the Novelist. He's going to try to force out the Embalmer now. But the problem is the dungeon is right there. Okay. Embalmer needs to stall for as much time as possible. He's going to go back. Because he'll crawl. That's checkmate. That's checkmate. Yeah, Novelist will crawl out. He has to pick up. It's checkmate. Yep. He loses. That is checkmate. Let's see here. He'll struggle free. But the problem is, if he kills the Novelist, they'll just insta coffin. One. Okay, tries to beat out the flywheel. It's not enough. Boop. Nah, they got it. That's it. GG's. The only way that would have happened is if he picks up and then drops, and then somehow is able to get to the bomber again. But no, that's it. Dang, bro, they cheesed him. They cheesed baby so hard. What a well-played bomber game, though. That was so good. And now it is oh my gosh. We are unironically playing the small child. This is a 4-escape team. This is a 4-escape team, but Little Child? Little Child and Orphe on the same team, though. That's quite fitting. But what the heck am I looking at, bro? Little Child. The small child in round 3 in tournament, bro. What? Bro, we're seeing lots of off meta today. First we saw Night Watch, and now we're seeing small child. Everybody would yeah, they have to 4-escape here. Yeah, this is a 4-escape, I think. Yep. That's the only way. The points match up because even though Zoo got a 4 kill in the top, if they 3 kill here, it'll be a tie. Actually, wait, no, they have to. Or no, iv.CCC. Yeah, iv.CCC. Even though they got the 3 kill last time, they needed a 4 kill to match it. So they actually have to 4-escape because the points won't be enough. It just simply won't be enough. They have to 4-escape. So they got to play with some weird stuff. I don't really agree with the little girl though. Little girl's not a 4-escape character. Novice will take a hit here. Okay. Will be taking the hit right there. Gains a lot of metaphor back here though. Lots and lots of metaphor. You see the Gretty kind of got shoved through right there though? That was a little jank. Open it up inside of the pallet here. That'll be a nice chip. Gonna use her own door against her. Trying to save that pallet here. Ooh. He tried to juke it and still got caught. Unfortunate. Does have a metaphor though. Weeping is here. Let's see. Does she realize? She does. She does realize. She's just gonna go for the grass. He'll still go for it though, just to stall for some time. Maybe metaphor, instant metaphor. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Now we go for it, and we get the pallet. Okay, it worked. Ooh. Wait. Yo, that was crazy though. That was really crazy. Gonna vault back in. What the Peddler's hitbox? Yo, Peddler's hitbox, bro. Okay, that Weeping Clown rocket bought so much time. So much time. And he's gonna have a metaphor ready nearly again. Dang, dude. Nearly another metaphor ready again. Okay. So we can do Tide Cheerleader after Cheerleader buff. We can go for the guaranteed revive. We can go for Weeping, or we can do the small child. The small child is coming in first. I don't know what this small child is supposed to do here, but she's small and she's a child and she has tights in her. And she's got a little doohickey. Look at her at the bottom. She's got a little doohickey with her. Let's see, small child. Are we going to go for the guaranteed page? Oh. The body block? The page! That bought so much distance, bro. She body blocks, she's going to get doubled. Double down the child. Okay, bye, child. Yo, child sacrificing herself for Orphe. That just doesn't feel right, bro. Okay, Weeping is here for a little bit of support. Or at least trying to make it a little awkward for the Peddler to try to get the Vine. But we do still have Blink. The thing is, we still have Blink here. Oh. Nice. Okay, that's really, really good. Buying so much time. We're going to try to go for the Vine here. The Vine to catch up, children. And we do get the... Oh! That's the Weeping, though, right? That's the Weeping. And she just ignores it. Yep. Chips. Chips on that Novelist. Now we're with the Cheerleader. The Blink, though. The metaphor. The door. The beep, beep. Okay, 17. Oh, he had to use a speed boost. Which means a little more time needs to be bought. They need a little bit more time. Need a little bit more time before we get the 25. We need 25. We have chips. We dodge the chips. 23. 24, 25. Novice can body block now. Novice can body block. Novice can body block for the cheerleader now. What the heck? Why did the cheerleader take the hit? Just let the novice take the hit. What are we doing? Hello? They're actually doing this. They're actually doing this. Hold on. They're actually... Oi. Novelist, watch out now. Not to the chips. He gets it. He gets it. He gets it. He gets it. Nice, 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 nice. That's so huge. And he has Metaphor again. Yo. Swap. Oh, no, he dies. Oh, the Metaphor. It was too short. And he has Cheddar Smooths again. Oh, my. Yo, these Metaphors are saving him, bro. The cheerleader. The speed boost. What is going on? Okay, bye, BP, bye. She's not in that. She's not in that. He just wants the Metaphor. Yep. Oh, watch it now. Watch it now. We gotta play mind games. We're gonna choose the cheerleader instead. We don't even care. We're like, yeah, I don't care, bro. They still have Tide Tunners. Novelist still has Tide. If he gets Metaphor and Tide Tunner swaps, that's gonna be huge, bro. Novelist needs to get away, though. It's gonna have to be the Weeping to rescue. Weeping will pop, and then Little Girl will be on final. Oh my gosh, she's gonna go back for the Novelist, though. Still going for that Novelist. Ooh, it's not over yet, though. It's not over yet. We still have 3 Tide Tunners available, though. 3 Tide Tunners available. Novice isn't dead on chair either. He's gonna have to use Metaphor here, though. They pop. They pop. They pop. They pop. Metaphor again. Here we go. Nice. He has to die in the corner. Die in the corner, like near a gate or something. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. This is the last chance they have. The last chance. They're gonna start. Oh my goodness, bro. This is the last chance. Little Girl can open up this gate and then probably warp in. They need to do everything in their power. They need to make sure. They need to make sure that Novelist can get out with Tide Tunner. That's the only way. It's gonna be so hard, though. It's gonna be so very hard. Let's see here. Weeping wants to get this gate open. Weeping really wants to get this gate open. But Weeping's the only one who can save with the cheerleader. That's the only one. Little Girl's gonna have to TP in. There's the stun. No, cheerleader! You don't make that! Why would you go for that? It needs to be the Weepy. Oh, that completely ruined it. But the Novice got hit! Bro, why would they make the cheerleader save? Weeping has the revive. Just revive. Bro, they had it. Oh my gosh, they actually had it. Why would they send in the cheerleader? I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, you just body block, and then that's it. You body block, Weepy, revive, cheerleader rescues after that. I don't know, bro. I feel like that was just way safer than going for the Weepy stun when she had gems and addiction. It's unfortunate. That was actually a really fun set to watch with like all the weird characters coming out, like Anne round 1, Night Watch, and even the small child too. And I think that's gonna be all for today. China is looking pretty exciting, I gotta say. I mean, we're seeing really weird picks. Even like Little Girl, who's I consider to be one of the worst survivors in the game. I don't know, bro. China's looking to be pretty exciting this year, I gotta say. So, I guess thank you so much for watching. We're gonna get back to watching some more COA as quickly as we can. There's just so many regions to watch, so we're gonna get back into it as soon as we possibly can. But thank you for watching this one. I'll see you a little bit later. I hope you have a great rest of the day, everybody. Bye-bye.